Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you we were going to get this trailer this weekend? I told you we were going to get this trailer, and sure enough, lo and fucking behold, we got the trailer. And yeah, maybe it's because I'm still coming off the high that is -1, but it's really good to see Godzilla content. It's really good. It does my heart really good that we're seeing, you know, all this Godzilla content come out in such a fast amount of time. It feels good, you know what I mean? It feels really good. Now, before we go any further, having said all that, I really hope I don't see any, I really hope I don't see any purists out there trashing this movie because it's not going to be like -1. Of course, it's not going to be -1. They couldn't top that. This movie knows what it wants to be and goes on its merry way. Honestly, I don't mind the fact that we have, we're living in a world where we're getting 2 different Godzilla franchises from America and Japan. Can that not be a good enough for anyone? Can that not be good enough for anyone that we're getting, the dark storytelling in Japan and the fun Showa era stuff with bigger budget in America? Like, I understand that these movies, and even the monsterverse has its flaws, but like, guys, come on. This is the problem. Like, what I was talking about earlier was that, there's so many people online that were just like, already they were like, it's nowhere going to be near as good as -1. I was like, it's not trying to be. It's trying to be Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. Shut the fuck up. Let people enjoy things. I know this movie isn't going to be like Godzilla -1. I just know it's going to be hopefully, that's all I want, a good Godzilla movie. Godzilla and Kong movie. So, let me just get off my soapbox real quick, and let's get started with the actual video. So, the trailer really showcases more of Kong than Godzilla. It feels like it should be called Kong X Godzilla: The New Empire, because Godzilla doesn't play a lot in this trailer. I imagine he'll play more in the movie, but this does feel like more of Kong's. It already has that feel that this is more of Kong's movie, just like Godzilla versus Kong was, where it was more of Kong's movie, and Godzilla showed up every so often just to fight Monkey. And speaking of Return to Monkey, we have our villain, the Scar King, which I believe that's the official name, is the Scar King. And I already dig the design. Yes, it does feel like kind of a weird step down of this we've gone from Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla, now New Monkey. But I do have hopes for this monster, because even though he doesn't look physically imposing, I think it's the intelligence that's going to play a role in it. And it does look like we're going to see the war between Godzilla and the Kongs. If you don't know, in the book, Godzilla soloed a lot of Kong's people before. It was basically that the Kongs were in Hollow Earth were becoming too human-like, and Godzilla soloed them. Now, they may retcon that in the MonsterVerse movies and say that no, it's actually more. There were more Godzillas and there was a war, like a full-on war, rather than Godzilla soloing the Kongs. It could be that there were multiple Godzillas at war with the Kongs. It could be that. Who knows? But that's the thing, is that we have this. We have this new villain, and it's kind of cool to see a villain that that's more primarily for Kong than Godzilla, and Kong just has to share it. Here, it's more because Kong doesn't really have a rogues gallery, unlike Godzilla. He just has Ga, and even then, sometimes it depends on rights. So there's Ga, the Skull Crawlers, and that's it. Now we have the Scar King, and we have something else. We have a new mini Kong. Now, there was a lot of rumor that the next movie in the MonsterVerse was going to be Son of Kong. That was the big rumor, that Son of Kong was going to be the new one. And no, it does look like they took that idea and put it here, that Kong is going to raise this child, who I'm already convinced is the Scar King's son, because he has the reddish hair, he kind of has that orangutan face. So I'm 90% sure, actually 100% certain. I could be wrong, though. 100% certain, but I could be also 100% certain I'm wrong. That this is the Scar King's child, and it's going to be raised by Kong. So that's something I'm very much looking forward to. I kind of like the idea of Kong, seeing this infant child and like seeing that it's alone and scared in the Hollow Earth. That's the other thing. We're going to explore more of the Hollow Earth, and I'm very excited to see that. But I'm curious to see where they go with Kong. Now, Godzilla, on the other hand, we get to see what has become of Godzilla. There was a toy leak, and we all thought that was like a new power-up that for the toys, and we'll get into toys in a minute. But like, no, that looks like a permanent thing they're doing to Godzilla, is giving him the red spines. Is it just me, by the way, or is this Godzilla, this iteration of Godzilla look? Is it just me, or did they make him a lot like Millennium Godzilla? Like, what I mean is that they give him, like, the spines look very much like Millennium Godzilla. When he's red, it's red, like, when he's charging. There's also, like, he looks slimmer. He looks more slimmer, and the face looks more like, more primordial. It also looks a lot more narrow. So I was like, did Adam Wingard take some notes from the Millennium Godzilla? Because he made Godzilla go from chonk to skinny. I want to know what my leading theory right now, till told otherwise, is that Godzilla just was chilling in the ice for a little bit because the injuries he took during the fight with Kong and Mecha Godzilla, and that was just so much. He just went away and just like hibernated for a bit, and is now like all charged up. Is like, I'm ready to kick some ass. But it does look like they're trying to like sell toys, because we also have Kong with this like mechanical boxing glove on his hand. I'm like, they really are pushing like a toy line for this, aren't they? Right? It really does feel like they're trying to push a toy line for this franchise. Anyway. Yeah, we also get to see more. It looks like there are Iwis in Hollow Earth, and I forget the girl's name, Kong's friend, that she's going to play a role in this. I also really hate the fact that Brian Tyree Hill's character is here, because I'm like, he wasn't funny. Brian Tyree Hill's a good actor, I just don't like that character in it from Godzilla vs. Kong. It really just felt like comedic relief, and also like it was this weird conspiracy theory thing that like Elon Musk really like attached himself to the character, so it's kind of tainted for me. So yeah, I'm like, of all the characters, they bring that one back. Oh, fuck, whatever. But yeah, I'm looking forward to some, just some dumb, I've already gotten my high-end art film for Godzilla. Now it's time for Big Lizard and Big Monkey go punch on Little Monkey. But no, I'm very, I'm still happy that we have a monsterverse. Like, that's the other thing. I'm just happy we still have the monsterverse going. So yeah. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of the trailer for Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire? Did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.